In this episode of PassFCE, I'd like to introduce you to two FCE students who are studying with me at the moment, Aida and Marta. Welcome to PassFCE, a Mansion Inglés podcast specifically created to help you pass the Cambridge First Certificate in English exam. I'm Craig. I'm a teacher at the British Council in Valencia, Spain. I'm a Cambridge oral examiner with over 20 years of teaching experience. And today I want to introduce you to two of my wonderful students, Marta and Aida. This isn't a full FCE speaking test, but I do ask some questions that are similar to those you may hear in part 1 of the test. Let's begin with our first FCE student. Allow me to introduce you to Aida from Valencia. So I'm here with Aida from my FCE class. Hello, Aida. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Craig.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Thank you for spending the time to talk to me. I'd like to ask you how long you've been studying English.
I've been studying English since I was in high school for 10 years, more or less.
And why are you studying here for the FCE exam? Do you need it for work?
I need for work. I am a teacher, and now Consellería de Educación, we need to have a title of B2 for the class, English class.
So do you teach in English, or you
No.
need it to keep your job?
Yes, I need for keep my job because now it's a requirement, and now I need to keep my job, and for this I'm studying English now.
And how are you feeling about? You're taking the exam this year, are you?
Yes, my intention is try it in June, but I feel very nervous because I'm not sure if I have the level now.
So which parts of the exam are you finding a bit difficult at the moment?
Wow. At the moment, I think the speaking is one of the parts I feel more nervous, but another one maybe is the writing and the listening, because the last listening we had in English class, I feel very nervous because I don't understand the tricky parts of the listening.
Yeah, I think one problem with the listening is when the listening goes, it's finished. You can't go back and listen again.
Yes.
Like reading, if you're reading, you can read again and again and again.
Yes.
But with the listening,
please play again.
it goes very quickly. So so you study here for 4 hours a week. And how many hours are you studying during the week outside of class? Be honest.
I tried to study English 1 or 2 hours after my work, but not always is possible. But I try to do it, but sometimes it's very difficult.
Okay. Do you listen to my podcast?
Yes, when I can, yes.
Aida, can I ask you some questions now from the first part of the speaking paper?
Of course.
Okay, let's go. So, Aida, where are you from?
I'm from Valencia. I live in Malvarrosa area.
And do you have a busy life?
Busy life? I don't think so. I think that I live very calm, and I have a healthy and quite lifestyle.
Who are you most like in your family?
I think that my father, physically, I think my father, but in my character, maybe I'm more close to my mother.
Really?
Yes.
Is there a sport or hobby that you enjoy doing?
Yes, I love trekking. I love going to the mountain with my Podenka, my dog, and I really enjoy spend time with her and my boyfriend in the nature.
Aida, what's your favorite day of the week?
The day of the week, maybe. I think the Wednesday, because it's in the middle of the week and it's just the point, and I thinking it's less time to get in the weekend.
So you prefer Wednesday to Saturday?
Yes, because Saturday morning I go to the
English class.
Yes, I love the English class, but when the set clock start to sound, is very difficult for me.
Okay.
Wake up.
Do you use the internet every day?
Yes, every day.
What do you use it for?
For checking my emails and for surfing by net, for searching sometimes something in my work for speech and hearing problems. I need internet for searching those information.
Mm-hmm. If you could learn a new skill, what would you choose to do?
New skill?
If you could learn to do something new.
Maybe sing, because I always dream to sing well, but unfortunately I don't sing.
But you have a microphone here, you could sing for us.
No, but I sing very, very, very bad. But if have to new skill, I think a good voice for singing.
And which country would you most like to visit in the future?
I very obsessed. I think it's not a country. It's a Black Forest, La Selva Negra.
In Germany.
In Germany, yes.
Why would you like to go there?
Because for me it's fascinating. The nature in this area. I see photos about this area. I'm very, very obsessed because I'm saving money for maybe in the future can travel to Black Forest. It's my dream, really is my dream.
Okay. Aida, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome, Craig.
Aida uses the present perfect continuous tense very well at the beginning of the interview. She says, I've been studying English since I was in high school, for 10 years, more or less. An excellent answer, Aida. There was a name that Aida didn't know how to say in English. I think it was the Education Authority or the Board of Education. The Board of Education. If that happens to you in your test, don't speak in your mother tongue. Don't speak in your language. Use simple English to describe what you mean. Aida could have said, for example, the government, or the education committee, or the Organisation for Education, or the people who are responsible for education, or the education bosses, or the important people in education. It doesn't matter, but always use English in the test. Aida said, we need to have a title of B2. That's a translation directly from the Spanish word título, which is qualification in English. So we need to have a B2 qualification would be a better sentence. The word requirement was the word Aida was trying to remember. Requirement. It can be very difficult while you're speaking in the test to say words that you may know but don't use very often, like requirement or qualification. I suggest that you try to say the word, try to remember it, try to pronounce it. And if you're having problems, then describe the word in easy English. She said that the listening is tricky. Tricky, which is a nice adjective that means a bit difficult. It's tricky. It's a bit tricky. Aida said that she tries to study English after work, but not always is possible. It would be better to say it isn't always possible. It isn't always possible. I liked Aida's answer to my question, do you have a busy life? She said, I don't think so. A big mistake by many Spanish speakers is saying, I think no, which is a translation from the Spanish. Aida answered correctly, I don't think so. I don't think so. She said she has a healthy and quiet lifestyle, which is also very good English. But she said she thinks that she lives very calm. A better way to say this is, I think I have a calm way of life. I think I have a calm way of life. I love going to the mountain or going trekking. Was correct. But there is also a gerund after enjoy. So instead of saying, I really enjoy spend time with her and my boyfriend, it's better to say, I really enjoy spending time with her and my boyfriend. Aida said, when the clock starts to sound, it's very difficult for me. There's a phrasal verb that Aida could have used here. It's to go off, to go off. We use go off to talk about alarm clocks, bells, fire alarms, etc. So a better sentence would be, it's very difficult for me to wake up when the alarm clock goes off. Aida remembered to use the gerund after prepositions in reply to my internet question. She said she uses the internet for checking my emails, for surfing the net, etc. She said she sings very bad. Aida is describing the verb to sing, so she needs an adverb here. She's describing the verb, so I sing very badly is correct. I sing very badly, or I'm a bad singer. That's adjective, noun. I'm a bad singer. I sing badly. Aida is very obsessed with the Black Forest in Germany. She said that she's saving money for can travel there. To use can in the future or the past, Aida could have used be able to be able to. So a better sentence is, I'm saving money to be able to travel to the Black Forest. I'm saving money to be able to travel to the Black Forest. Now I'd like to introduce you to my second guest for this episode, FCE student Marta. Hello, I'm here with Marta today, who is going to speak to us. Hello, Marta.
Hello, Craig. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for agreeing to speak to me today.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me how long you've been studying English?
Well, I started to study English when I was, I think, 6 years in primary school
Until now?
all my life studying English.
And why are you studying for the FCE exam?
Well, I think now English is the most important language in the world. And if you now speak English, you can speak with all the people in all the world, I think. And then for my work, I need the B2 level for find job.
What do you do? What's your job?
Teacher.
You're a teacher?
Yeah.
And who do you teach? Children, adults?
No, children with a special necessity.
Special needs.
Special needs, yes.
All different ages?
Huh?
Are they all different ages or
Yes.
particular age?
From to 1 year from, I'm not sure, but I think it's about 16, 17 years.
Oh, wow, so quite
Yes.
a lot of different ages. So when are you actually taking the exam, the FCE exam, this year?
I'm not sure about this. I want to pass the exam in June.
So
It
which
depends.
part of the exam are you a bit nervous about? Is there any area that you think you should be working on more? For example, the grammar or the speaking or the listening or the reading?
All the parts.
All-
You never stop to learn English. I think that I need practice speaking, but for me the worst part is use of English. The sentences transformations. I hate this part, really.
How many hours are you studying per week apart from here at the school?
I usually do English twice a week in the evening because I bought the workbook and I do the workbook in the evening for do extra exercise.
So
improve.
how much time is that?
In hours.
Twice a week, yeah.
Twice a week, maybe 4 or 5 hours a
Really?
week. Yes,
That's a lot.
I need.
That's a lot. That's good. That's very
Yes.
good. So can I ask you some questions from the first part of the speaking paper?
Yes, of course.
Marta, where are you from?
From Valencia City.
And do you have a busy life?
Not really busy life because I am all the day studying for English and for my civil exam. So not busy really, but.
Who are you most like in your family?
Physically, to my mother, because the two are so little persons.
Is she very short?
Yes, we are like, and from the character to my father, because we are so friendly and so open to other people.
Is there a sport or hobby that you enjoy doing in your
Yes.
free time?
I love handball, but now I can't play handball because I have to study a lot. But I always played handball when I was younger. I love.
Do you go to watch handball matches as a spectator?
Yes, of course. Yes.
What's your favourite day of the week?
Definitely Saturday evening, because it's when it really start my weekend.
Me too. After the English class. Do you use the internet every day?
Yes, of course. I think all the people use internet nowadays.
What do you usually use the internet for? What do you do on the internet?
For the WhatsApp to speak with my friends and my family, and maybe for research information for the work or the school.
Have you seen a good film recently?
Film? Yes, I went to the cinema, I think 1 month ago, maybe, and I saw, I don't remember the name, it's from Tim Burton film, The Big Eyes, and was good.
Do you recommend it?
Yes, of course.
If you could learn a new skill, Marta, what would you choose to do?
A new skill, maybe play the piano, because I love this instrument and I would like play the piano, but I know it's so difficult.
Do you play any other instruments?
No, the flute in the school, but not too much good.
Have you got any plans for this weekend?
This evening I will go to the hospital for see my grandmother, because yesterday she had an operation, and then maybe to dinner with my friends, and tomorrow with my boyfriend. Maybe, I'm not sure about my plans.
Which country, Marta, would you most like to visit in the future?
I would like to go to New York. I think it's a beautiful city with a lot of different people. I don't know. It's my favorite city in the world, I think.
Okay. Marta, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, Craig.
Marta uses a nice comparative expression when she says, English is now the most important language in the world. Marta says she needs the B2 level for find job. It would be better here to use the infinitive and say, I need the B2 level to find a job. I need the B2 level or the first certificate level to find a job. Marta also says, I need practice speaking. Another infinitive is necessary here. I need to practice speaking. I like Marta's correct use of the present simple when she said, I usually do English twice a week in the evening. She could also have said, study English. I usually study English twice a week, but do English here is okay, and the sentence was perfect. Another infinitive is necessary when Marta said, for do extra exercises. It's better to say, to do extra exercises. This infinitive is called the infinitive of purpose, and we use it to explain why we do things. For example, we take a chair to sit down. We open the door to go out. Why do we take the bus? We take the bus to get to work. So in Marta's example, she bought the workbook to do extra exercises at home. She bought the workbook to do extra exercises. Marta says that she's like her mother because the two are so little. It's better to say the two of us. The two of us. Or both of us. Both of us are so little. Both of us are so little. Marta can't play handball now because she has to study a lot. But she always played it when she was younger. Perfect. No mistakes, no problems there. Well done, Marta. Marta uses the conditional would when I asked her which new skill she would like to learn. But it's important to remember the infinitive. She said, I would like play the piano. It's better to say, I would like to play the piano. I would like to play the piano. If you remember my comment on Aida's use of can for the future, using be able to, Marta could also have said, I would like to be able to play the piano. I would like to be able to play the piano. Marta uses the conditional would correctly at the end when she says, I would like to go to New York. I think it's a beautiful city. Aida and Marta both spoke very well and very clearly. There are a few areas that they need to improve in their speaking, but they are both very motivated and they're working very hard. If they continue this way, I think they both have a very good chance of passing the speaking part of the exam in June this year. Next episode, another speaking test practice with two more FCE students, Pau and Miguel. If you have any questions about this part or any part of the FCE exam, send me an email to craig@inglespodcast.com or record a voice message on our website at inglespodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back very soon with another episode of PassFCE. Remember, you can learn English free at mentioningles.com, and you can take your English to the next level with our audio podcasts at inglespodcast.com. Our new CD, New Mention First, is full of practice material, useful advice, and realistic exam practice tests that will prepare you for taking the Cambridge FCE exam. So if you are studying for the exam and you would like to buy our CD, you can find it as a digital download direct to your PC at mentioningles.com. There are more details and course content information about this course on our webpage at mentioningles.com. The music in this podcast is by Steph Sachs. The track is called Awel. CC attribution license from ccmixter.com.